cannot handle real work, reality talk, 80+ language, simply skip the video.
Vlog number 70, and it's Thursday, and I don't know what time it is. I'm almost passing out. Why? Because I literally slaughtered myself in the Rakowski Stadium, and now I need to do a little bit a relaxed walk and talk about my GoPro giveaway. This is a GoPro Session 4. I bought it from the pawn shop for a very nice price, and that actually really motivated me to start recording, because with the phone there's always the camera on the back and I didn't feel comfortable with it on the phone. So now this is the deal, because this is vlog number 70. I want to start outreaching to companies to also somehow make sponsor deals and or maybe joint ventures based upon my consistently vlogging. And obviously 70 is pretty much nothing, I understand this, but there is some sort of consistency in it, right? And I wrote for this the first email, and I'm writing a sequence of 5 emails, follow-ups. And if you're familiar with reaching out via email and or social media, I put a lot of effort into copy, but also I'm doing a lot of research on the company itself. So I speak to them, and it's not about that I'm, a lot of people do those one-liners, that you say something like a compliment about their company and blah blah blah. See, I'm not in the ass licking. See, people understand how the things work. So and if you watch my vlogs, I'm very addicted to communication with people from all kind of levels of society. I'm now still in Sofia, Bulgaria. I don't know if you watch this for the first time. Then I'm in Sofia, Bulgaria. I love Sofia, Bulgaria. Sofia in particular. I lived also in Plovdiv, Sinamorac, but that's now not the thing that I want to talk about. It's about that I'm busy with writing the copy. What it has to do with you, and how can you benefit from watching my vlogs? Well, first of all, I want to give away this GoPro once I get the camera from those companies. With, of course, I put a lot of what I put into the game. And not only this, once I would have this camera, then I'm gonna give this camera away, plus the copy I will share in the group. So, and also in the Telegram group, which the link is in the description. And the thing is, a lot of people will say, yeah, Dylan, that's an old camera, can you not give away something better? The thing is, along the way, if you let's say it like this: if I would start with a camera of, I don't know what, a 2500 vlogging camera, I don't know if it even exists. I'm very old school. I'm not into the tech thing, and I need to have the latest tech. I don't know, as long as I get the job done. So this is get the job done. Probably there'll even a lot of people that maybe consider to start vlogging but don't have the budget. So to those people I speak to. And if you feel like, no, that sounds interesting, and I'm actually watching your vlogs on a regular basis, and I understand that you are very transparent about the vlogging journey that you took, and that you really focus on improving the speaking and the body language while you're actually 46, almost 47 years old, that you also show us that you're never too old, and you can pretty much do it on a very budget basis. And not only do I learn from your vlogs that no matter how old you are or what kind of situation you're in, you can get started. Now I can even get started without investing. And and this is also something, once you very consistent about the vlogging thing, then you can use my copy to make similar deals. And you can see I try to help people. And this is only for people who actually really want to do something. It's not for, oh, I want the camera and put it in dusty in the room and let it collect dust in the room, and then then I miss the opportunity. But also, when you would think like this, you take away the opportunity for somebody who probably or might actually really want to do something, and that is something to consider before you would say, I will apply. But I still need to set up the landing page, because I'm going to set up a landing page for it, terms and conditions, etc., etc. So this is really, I want to pay it forward. And not only this, in my Telegram group I will start giving away all the digital assets that I do have the rights to give away, to give you guys so much a head start than I had 15 or 16 years ago. And I'm gonna give everything away, because I'm not gonna charge the lousy $27 to knock somebody's pocket empty. And there's another side of the coin. I understand it. Everything and what is free, people don't see the real value, but that's the majority of normal people. And I hope that I can drag some people out of their 9 to 5 with giving away stuff. And you know what, even the people who don't see the value of free stuff, they anyway would never do anything else with their life besides going to a job, being in the traffic jam every day, and just and the regular stuff, because the percentages are so low, and of people who actually really want to do something. Everybody leads their own life. Growth and change is simply not easy, and it's painful. It causes friction. You will have heartbreaks because you're going to lose people. So nothing is easy. The percentages are so low that I simply want to give it away. What's left at the end, and that's why I'm also doing the vlogging. In the past I did a lot of talks with people about how I would improve this, how I would do this, but in the end, there's also a very tiny percentage of people who actually really started doing something, and in the end they still do it wrong. And there's no I talked about this person who started actually building a little bit an email list, but treats it like a brochure, weekly brochure. You drop all your products and you constantly only sell, you don't provide value. And that is this person. And that is for me. And if you have to for me, I'm meeting constantly everyday people. So if I have to do this every day, the same talks, I'm now almost 47, and the thing is, now I'm upscaling all the setups that I have. Just to give you a little bit of an insight, I have equity, I have in projects, I'm setting up my own project, got over 100 Facebook pages, over 40 Facebook groups, over 50 Instagram accounts, etc., over 50 I think YouTube channels. So, and those will all be automated, and my audiences and my focus is on constantly growing audiences. And that is something that everybody can do. Just if you didn't watch my previous vlog, let me explain a little bit. You buy a retail store to start selling, you depend on the audience. I create audiences first, and then we start selling. Sounds logical, I do think, right? I'm not getting into details now, but that is pretty much the basic thing. And I also try to entice people to start building those audiences. And I also give you a little working structure, I think maybe 10 vlogs ago, how to start doing it with only 1 hour per day. And you control the audiences, you control your own creativity, you can control your own income at one point. Of course you need over a few thousand people in the audiences, but that is very doable, especially now with the AI that's available. And no, we don't create all those automated things with those, we know what we're talking about. I'm not going to get too deep into this now. For now, this clip is about that I'm going towards the level of monetizing my vlogs, but also I'm gonna get into giving away all the digital assets created in the past, but not only this, also Google Sheets, leads packages, another thing, leads packages, a lot of copy, email copy that I wrote, follow-ups, what else, a ton of Canva templates. Perhaps I will also start giving away Canva accounts, the pro ones. Yeah, so much stuff. Also WordPress plugins. Yeah, what else? Yeah, a lot of stuff. You probably understand all the things that I used in the past and that survived the time and the work pressure and the changes on the internet. Those are the things that I'm giving away. I'm not gonna give everything away because a lot of things, you know, I also had a period that I checked out a lot of products from the Warrior Plus, but those are so temporarily. I'm not gonna share that. As a waste of your time. I'm not gonna share stuff that wastes other people their time. And yeah, what else would I want to say? Yeah, you know, maybe this is a good thing to end with for the first clip. You know, especially when you live a life pretty much, and if you watch my previous vlog, I'm doing everything from the phone, which is incredibly provides you with an incredibly incredible level of freedom. Everything that I'm doing for the phone. Of course, there's also a whole tool set which I also will give away. That is, you know, so you can see it. What else? Yeah, let's keep it like this, because otherwise I start a little bit rattling. I need to eat a little bit and then I continue with this vlog, because this vlog is more or less that I want to start introducing the giveaways. Yeah, that I simply try to. Oh, it's all of a sudden raining. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Anyway, ciao for now. Here we go. Not one single day. Not one single day. We're gonna relax. Not one single day. Make sure not to disappoint the ones. Yeah. The previous clip, I went to church to light up. Normally I light up 4 candles, 2 for my biological parents that I never saw, and 2 for my adoption parents. And this is the thing, I don't believe in hell or heaven, but I do believe things are about energy. Also, what I said in the previous clip, never one single day I will take a rest until I accomplished what I want to accomplish. And what is this? Now, one of the things that I want, that I would try to accomplish, is simply omnipresence. And I'm gonna say what I want, and I want to help as many people as possible without charging anything. Where is the money coming from? From people who are similar minded, but also the people who want to get more deeper into the working structures, and or start doing JVs, and or etc, etc. But the main thing is, let's say it like this, I want to set a lot of people free from, let's call it slavery, their 9 to 5, because it's not necessary. You know, when I in the metro or in the subway and I see all those people on their phones, I see people who are wasting their time. Not only they're playing with their phone, but most of them are also on the way to their work. And you know what? Let's crack down on one thing. Some people say, I'm very good at my job, Dylan. Well, if you're that good, why do you need a boss? You don't need the confirmation and or the leads that the boss generates, because if you're good at something, you have to tell the world about it. But then you get to the other excuse, but I don't know anything about marketing. Yeah, and because you have to market yourself. And the same thing, because I have a lot of friends who are actually incredibly smart people, but they are teachers, but they always depend on platforms and schools, universities. And the thing is, the principal doesn't do anything else than just getting the leads in. That's the only thing that he does. Without the leads, quote unquote, no quote unquote, slash students, there would not be a job for you. He needs you because of your knowledge, because of your this and that. But you need him for his leads. So what if you take away that little tiny fraction that is missing in your life? Leads, lead generation, leads nurturing, and leads conversion. Those are the three things that you only need to learn in your whole fucking life. Like I say many times, you know, I started cleaning bicycles when I was 11. I did not sell other people their products, and I only had a bucket. And from my first sales I bought sponges and everything, and then we could level up to clean cars. But this is the thing, I'm actually constantly looking around where I can film so I don't put other people on the camera. But this is the thing, you know, take this, the leverage of your boss is simply leads. That's the only thing. If he doesn't have the leads, you don't have a job. Well, what if you learn how to generate leads, how to build those audiences where I'm constantly hammering on? While you're on the way to work, start building those audiences, you know, so you can give the middle finger within 6 months. Put it in also a 6 months period that you put it every day, 1 hour per day, the work into it. Is that worth to actually replace your job with freedom? I do believe that is totally worth it, but do you have the discipline? I don't know, but I do believe there are people that do have some sort of discipline, but I don't know how, and that's what I want to provide, you know, because, you know, when I always see those people in the anywhere, by the way. And also let's talk about one red flag. I saw 5 guys walking on the street. You know, it happens everywhere, but the thing is, 5 guys, and 3 of those guys, they just scrolling dumbass stuff. The thing is, and no, they were not busy with doing stuff. They were just scrolling. So I see, and let me also tell you this from my own. When I sit with 100% people, we're not even thinking about, and then also had to play with our phones. Play with our phones if we have to do a phone call, and or have we share things. What are you doing now? Building an audience. What can you share me what you're doing? But the thing is also, this is another thing. If new people also playing with the phones, and I also ask people, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm now scrolling mindless. I said, ciao for now. Ciao for now. Now you can lay down in your bed and scroll by yourself. You don't need me for this. And that sounds like, oh, that sounds pretty harsh, Dylan, but everybody's mindless scrolling. Hey, good for you. And if you do what everybody does, you end up doing what everybody does, which means a 9-to-5 slavery. And that's something. Wait a minute, I have to think about where I'm gonna walk because I try to avoid people. So be very aware of the people that you hang around with. Are those people worth your time? Jesus Christ, man. If I would sit with people who are constantly only mindless scrolling and then actually showing me their bullshit, fuck off. You can scroll by yourself. Not only this, it's also a disrespect, but it's also not only disrespect, it's also lack of interest in you. And do I have to be in the center of attention? No. If I meet with one person, it's not about being the center of attention. It's about engaging with each other, right? It's showing appreciation to the effort that somebody is coming actually to the meeting, and or that having this I don't want to say collision, but meeting. Appreciate things in life that people put in the effort, that they come from somewhere. They come to meet you, and then you play with your fucking phone. I think it's ridiculous. Anyway, don't get too deep into it. Red flag for now. Dump the people who mindless scrolling around you. Get rid of them, kick them to the curb, and that's it. That is really my philosophy on people who are mindless scrolling around me. And this is not that I'm all this and all that. No, I'm a humble person, but I really respect other people, and I also respect other people their time, and I do expect a little bit the same. And mindless scrolling doesn't belong into having a fruitful and or entertaining and or mutual beneficial meeting. The mindless scrolling is what it says, mindless scrolling. You don't want to put it on your tombstone, on your graveyard. He was mindless scrolling with all his buddies. That's what he did. Anyway, stop with the rant. Red flag for now. Let's do another red flag. And again, if you watch this for the first time, the red flags that I'm mentioning, they're only relevant for people who want to do more in life. If you're just good with whatever you do, grow beer bellies, eat Cheetos, watch Netflix, you don't need to clean up your circle. You are good with daydreaming and just go off the planet as you go. But if you want to do a little bit more, this one is also something. I used to sit with I'm now 46, and I used to allow a lot of people in my life, which I should never done. One of the category of people who wander with their thoughts somewhere else, like they don't want to be there. It's not only about, and now the previous clip I mentioned, the people who play with their phones, fuck off. Play with the phones, not doing business, nothing. Just play with the phone, fuck off. Next one, people who are wandering with their thoughts. They think about their troubles, their little troubles. And I'm not talking down on those problems, but the thing is, people who just wandering and drowning in their life. There's something wrong. And I trust me, I have way much more reasons to drown in my own thoughts, but it's more important for me to put in the effort that people feel good, people get value from me somehow, in some way. If not motivation, if not a little bit entertainment, a little smile on their face, and or giving away a little bit of strategies. So red flag from this clip you can take away: people who are constantly wandering with their thoughts, like they don't want to be around you. And then, see, I am very straightforward about everything. I always ask, what is on your mind? What's happening? I never ask, how are you doing? I mentioned this in previous clips. I never ask, how are you doing? Yeah, good, or so-so. First of all, I allowed in the past also people who around me who constantly say so-so, gordo, means so-so. So what? You're still breathing. You're still breathing. What is there to complain about? So, ask what people are doing. Try to see, and also, when you try to pull out people out of their thoughts, which I in general liked to do, and at one point people get a little bit offended, but those are the weak people. Just get rid of them. You're never gonna succeed the way you want. Get rid of those. Let's say it like how it is. Let's label them. Let's do it the Dutch way, and hold it. Everybody likes to label stuff. Get rid of those losers, because in general people who are just fading away with their thoughts while they are around you. You are not a priority. Their troubles, their failures, because that's also something. Look at people who don't put any effort into building a relationship and or making the time that you spend with them engaging or entertaining. They are people without discipline. When I'm now thinking about it, all the people that said, oh, so, and when you ask, or other people who were with me, they ask how you doing, and I say so I was already get irritated by this. So you're alive and you're doing so, and also knowing the fact that everybody around them is still alive, so they got nothing to complain about. Where was I going with this thing? Yeah, just get rid of people they don't have discipline. The people without discipline, or something that's not about training, it's about that there's something doing consistently. So for example, I know people who don't train at all, but they do their business on a daily basis, consistently. I'm gonna mention another example that I respect. So I know homeless people that are every day they are busy. They're on the streets. Respect that. They're not taking a time out. They're not sitting on the street with their hands up. And if they do, some of them actually do, they do it every single day. Winter, summer, autumn, spring. Is this all about homeless people? No. It's about consistency. Everything is about consistency. Everything what is done inconsistent, nobody respects that. And yeah, people like me, we see those things because I'm constantly all around in real life. And that's another thing. A lot of people, they're really in their own circle. They go to their job, they go to their place of business. They're pretty much in the same kwartaal neighborhood. And if they're not in their own neighborhood, they're going to other neighborhoods. But they always have a thing that repeats over and over. Yeah, of course you don't see it. And especially those people who are drowning, not swimming, drowning in their own thoughts and don't have the energy to actually interact and or even provide value to the people around them. Yeah, you cannot talk about life the way I can. And am I the best one on the planet? Not at all. I'm fucking nobody. But the thing is, I am a nobody who is talking with a lot of people. And this is also something, when it's about city life, concrete jungle, things are constantly changing. But I'm constantly in all neighborhoods, most of the neighborhoods. So I can see the changes, I can see the silver lining over the years. That's another thing. And this is not, everything that I'm saying is not to brag, but it's something to keep in mind. Try to start engaging with your environment. Put attention to the trees, how fast they grow. Put attention to this building that they built over there. Where is the opportunity for you? Can you wash their windows? Just saying. Can you make a deal with the owner of the building to start working over there in this luxury building, that you work as the maintenance guy, so you get in contact with a lot of rich people. Swim where the money is. Just saying, people. Anyway, red flag. People who are drowning in their own thoughts, you're not a priority. And the thing is, you don't have to be cocky about it. The thing is, when you put in the time to go to a meeting, and people have only time to drown in their own thoughts, weakness. And when it's about weakness, yes, I understand some people are not used to a little bit controversy, a little bit obstacles in their way. Well, I actually see that my lens is very, very dirty, but and that's, I see adversity always like a challenge. And trust me, I just enjoy it just as much as the next man, but I see the thing like it's gonna build my character. And even though with some things that are over the years, you know, very mind-fucking long-term cost problems by third parties. That's what I'm dealing with. But is everything about problems? No. Because still, when I meet people, they can feel it that I don't care about my own feelings and or troubles. You know, we just move forward faster, always faster. Like I said in 3 clips ago, I'm not gonna disappoint the people who raised me, you know, fed me, gave me a roof above my head. Anyway, let's stop this clip. Ciao for now.